Shining the Light with IUMC welcomes you to another Meditate at 8.
2 Timothy 4:2 reminds us to be persistent in our faith, whether the time is favorable or unfavorable. I don't know about you, but I find it easier to be persistent with things when things are going well, when the time is favorable, and much more difficult when times are hard and things are not going my way. When these words were written over 2,000 years ago, the early Christians faced persecution for proclaiming the gospel message. Actual persecution, possible death, imprisonment, loss of income, loss of family relationships. Timothy, who is himself experiencing these same things, writes to tell his people not to let others change or diminish their faithfulness. Every believer is a part of the priesthood of all believers. Sharing the good news of Jesus Christ isn't just the job of the pastor, the worship leader, or the Sunday school teacher. It's for all of us, and it really is for us, just as much as it is for the people with whom we share the love of Jesus. Persisting in our faith gives us an opportunity to grow and be stretched to live in utter reliance on the one who called us and who equips us when we know we're not up to the task. Have you ever spent time thinking about how you persist in your faith? How persistent are you? Is that something that needs to change? As Timothy writes in the 4th chapter, in the presence of God and of Christ Jesus, who is to judge the living and the dead, and in view of his appearing in his kingdom, I solemnly urge you, proclaim the message. Be persistent whether the time is favorable or unfavorable. Convince, rebuke, and encourage with the utmost patience in teaching. For the time is coming when people will not put up with sound teaching, but will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own desires, and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander away to myths. As for you, be sober in everything, endure suffering, do the work of an evangelist, carry out your ministry fully. As for me, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. From now on there is reserved for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord will give me on that day, and not only to me, but to all who have longed for his appearing. Are you fighting the good fight and keeping the faith? There's a reward that is reserved for all who do so, so let's get out there and be persistent.